you're back. I haven't just been standing here the whole time, if that's what you're thinking.
There he is. LaRoche and everyone here at Coronas owe you big time, Peyton. You sure know how to make an entrance.
Corona Actual, you copy? It's serious.
Talk to me, Jay.
Observation pod 5 disappeared into the ravine out of umbilical range. We're trying to get a visual from camera 8, but the lens is frozen over. I'm rounding up a rescue team, but they need to know where to set up the harnesses.
I'll have Peyton head down ahead of them and make contact. Keep me updated. Out. Peyton, that drink will have to wait. Here, this is a standard issue Camelot Felding grappling hook. You'll need it to descend the ravine. Don't waste a minute. I want them back alive.
Are you jogging laps? Is that it?
What'll it be? Nice. She'll pack a bigger punch now, though the trade-off's a touch more recoil. It's well worth it in my humble opinion. That ought to tone down your recoil quite a bit. Smart purchase, no question. See yous around.
Okay, slight problem. Looks like the blast doors got frozen over solid. You'll need to manually force open the hydraulic door pistons with your claw arm. The pistons are on either side of the wall there. Great, now the other one. It's on the opposite wall. That should do it. Opening blast doors now. Be careful out there.
I'm here, fellas. You got pretty lucky. Landed on a solid outcropping. Seems stable enough. Anybody hurt?
Our life support's offline, and we could really use some air. Can you take a look at the exhaust on the TCS exchanger? It must have gotten crushed in the fall.
Yeah, I see it. Purge tubes are all tangled up. Give me a sec. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah! I can hear the life support kicking in now. Thanks, Jim. You're a lifesaver.
All right, you fellas sit tight. The rescue teams will be down here in a jiff.
Thanks, new guy. I already like you better than
There are 5 classes of storms based on unique characteristics. In ascending order of severity, they are Chancellor, Cardinal, Bishop, Monarch, and Emperor. Details can be found on page 185 of your NEVEC Operations Manual. Memorize and know the difference. Stay safe, stay educated.
Excellent work, Peyton. Now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We surveyed a new thermal pocket nearby at Hanneman's Basin, and we'll need you to plant a T-post to drain the pocket. This is probably your most important duty, keeping the base supplied with T-energy. Uploading the coordinates to you now.
Hiya, Gracie. Got your message loud and clear. And the tunes. Great thought. Thanks. I'm here in one piece. Might be overstating it, but we made it. I'm safe. Just getting oriented. Yeah, there's nothing awkward about this at all. Guess we're gonna have to get used to it. Keep sending, okay? Remind me why I'm out here doing this. I miss you.
Here. Jim, your remittance transfers have been set up as requested. 15% of your contract payments will be paid out to you in the form of T-energy, since that has become the normal currency around the base. The rest of your earnings will be credited to the account on Earth you provided. Vadapali out.
shutters and hightail it down to the hangar. Let's move.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
your job to keep Coronas fueled by finding these thermal pockets on your own, planting T-posts, and maintaining them when they're full. Harvest them regularly and you'll be raking in the credits in no time.
Got it, boss? I think this work is just my speed.
And so it went for weeks and months until the extraordinary became commonplace. Dealing with the cold in my life became the new routine. Intense and surreal, but routine. I kept my sanity and wits by not thinking too deeply about what I was seeing and doing. It got lonesome sometimes out in the Badlands. Music and weekly messages from the missus kept me company. I was making great dough, getting choice contracts. And that was the point after all. I made friends with the crew. They were a right good sort, those guys. Even LaRoche, for all his bluster, had his moments. For better or worse, I became Braddock's go-to guy. It had its benefits, but sometimes being the one to get the call meant you ended up in some damn strange situations.
What's wrong?
Plenty.
Harmonizers on a set of juice. The one time I want an acre to attack.
Where was I?
Something about getting the call.
Yeah, right. Well, now you know how hard it is to communicate off-world. In those days, NEVEC had a workaround. An antenna relay on the
Highest peak in the area, so we can call home to Mama with minimal storm interference. It's our lifeline. 2 hours ago, we went offline, and we don't know why. We're effectively cut off from sending and receiving any off-world communications. Some acrid probably got his claws into it.
So once again, you expect me to march out there and fight a horde of monsters in a rig without weapons, huh? Do you know how much of my income I waste on repairs? I want guns on my rig, a simple chain gun.
My hands are tied. NEVEC regulations.
Yes, don't weaponize the construction vehicles, but I mean in this case...
Nothing. I'm not going to jeopardize my operation because of your nerve deficit. It's called hazard pay for a reason.
Oh, please.
Hey, boss. Just noticed ComSat's offline.
Yeah.
Mind if I hustle down to the relay station? Give her a gander?
I was just talking to Mr. LaRoche about that very thing. Apparently he's got some concerns about making nice with the wildlife.
Well, no, I don't want to just snake a man's contract.
No. Take it. Get yourself killed.
Not for at least double, I mean.
Done.
What?
Be back by supper time.
No time to lose, Jim. Go check out the communications relay and report back. Chop, chop.
Quartermaster Powers would like to inform the crew that new stock from the latest supply drop is now available.
Mr. Payton, this is Dr. Kovac. Can you read me?
Loud and clear, Doc. And I told you can call me Jim.
As you like, Mr. Jim. I was hoping you could pay me a visit in my lab as your circumstances and logistics allow. Oh, and I believe I'm to mention that remuneration is involved.
So you have a job for me?
I believe I made that abundantly clear.
Oh, abundantly. I'll drop by soon, Doc.
Guys, we have a scheduled dismantling of the Corona ship aft engine panel for hoisting up the Delta Station for expansion later this week. So watch for falling ice along glide paths 12 and 6.
Welcome back. Come back anytime, eh?
Busting out the welding goggles. Oh, you won't be disappointed. Oh, you won't be disappointed. Always a pleasure, my man.
Hey, Jim, how's Hank?
Sprouting up like a beanstalk.
He needed something to take his mind off the cold, so I gave him my brother's guitar. For never having taken any lessons, he's damn good. Listen.
Any idea how hard it is to keep a hot meal hot around here? Hell, we're still living off MREs. Look, if we want to build morale around here, let me build a hydroponic garden. I got 2 words for you, Jim. Heirloom tomatoes. Think about it.
Know why they call him Old Man Braddock? It ain't on account of his age. That's the joke, man. He's in his 40s. Guy's been so stressed out since he's been running this operation, he's put in 12 years in a matter of months. Let that be a lesson to you, brother. Never forget, it's just a job.
Easy for you to say. You're just a researcher. You could check out for a week and it's not like the joint would come crashing down. Braddock's on all the time because that's what we need.
Hey, not for nothing. He takes it personal. Whole thing's his brainchild, you know? It's not like he drew the short straw. He chose this place, made the plans, pitched NEVEC on the whole deal. Sure, he's in good with him. Practically family, but that doesn't mean his ass ain't on the line. And us with it.
Right. I heard something about that. Special relationship with NEVEC, they called it. Had something to do with his dad?
Yeah. Papa Braddock was some big macher for NEVEC back in the day.
Whatever that means. Look, the man was a hero, a legend. Made NEVEC what it is today, so I've been told.
Hey, no need to slander the man. Let's be fair. He made NEVEC what it was 40 years ago. The stuff they've been up to since, that's somebody else's fault.
Oh, hey, Jim. Here to give us a shot to get even?
Not today, fellas. Me and Gertie got rounds to make.
Gertie?
His rig. You know, like you named your...
Jim, word is you're close to beating LaRoche on the board.
Ah, who's counting?
About time someone punched a hole in that windbag. Don't apologize for doing us all a favor.
After months of rolling blackouts to fight record strains on the power grid, the president is attempting to tackle the national energy crisis head-on. This morning, he unveiled a new energy bill promoting energy-efficient homes and alternative energy production. Critics complain the bill is flimsy and does nothing to address the soaring energy prices across the globe. Meanwhile, the blackouts are severely disrupting the private sector across the country, and financial losses are mounting. Experts predict no end in sight for the recession, while on the horizon, a global energy crisis looms. For IBR, this is Suzanne Lee.
Stand by.
Remember that 800-page questionnaire we all had to fill out before we came to this planet? How the hell did Kovac pass the personality screening? He must have cheated, right? I mean, have you spoken to the man? Every time I look at that enormous head of his, I imagine a little alien inside operating at controls. Or maybe a super intelligent lab rat.
Dr. Kovac never settles for mediocrity when greatness would do. His naysayers simply envy his talents, I think. Like Dr. Roman. She could achieve as much as Dr. Kovac if only she wants so. What is the word I'm looking for? Ethical. Can you imagine?
Exposure to the extreme cold reduces blood flow and constricts your blood vessels, reducing your circulatory system's overall volume and increasing your blood pressure. This causes your body to reduce fluid volume by getting rid of the excess water.
So in other words...
When you get cold, you want to pee.
Well, all right. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Dr. Roman and I certainly had our issues, but I do wonder how she's doing out there. Living off base out in the white like a mountain man is a bit of an overreaction if you ask me, but she was never one for half measures.
Level, the acrid are remarkably unstable. I can't find a record of a species on any documented world that has such a high rate of mutation. I'm sure the radioactivity level of their blood is no coincidence. Theoretically, if forced by circumstances to adapt for survival, it would only take a couple of generations for an acrid to evolve into a distinctly different form.
Ah! As you are undoubtedly aware, I've been tasked with rendering thermal energy a viable and cost-effective power source. Unfortunately, the T-energy from subterranean sources, while plentiful enough to run the Coronis installation, has a purity level entirely too weak for the audacious experiments we seek to conduct.
So, the stuff we drill out of the ground, not pure enough for science.
If paraphrasing me is critical to your comprehension, then yes. Now listen, the acrid. There are wild variances in their impurity index. Some are promisingly pure, potentially pure enough for our purposes. I need a survey of local acrid, samples of their T-energy in the hopes that we can find one with a pure enough composition.
So you want me to kill acrid, basically?
Yes. I'm hoping to take advantage of your noteworthy efficiency as a killing machine. So, let us begin with the Sapaya, those wretched things that so bedeviled our arrival. If you could kill 20 or so and collect their T-energy samples, I should be able to extrapolate a purity index through vertical analysis of the...
Kill 20 acrid, bring you the spill. That's the gig? All over it. Thanks, Doc.
Let me update your map with the best place to look for them based on recent sightings and migration patterns. And if you'd kindly hold still, I'd like to equip a sniffer attachment to your suit's tank. It'll automatically gather samples of T-energy particulates in the air after you've made a kill, so you can just focus on the killing. Such pitiable incuriosity.
Jimmy. The science team cooked up a de-icing spray so your rig doesn't freeze with every bad storm. Alrighty, commencing anti-icing procedures. The spray ensures your rig won't freeze in place the second you step outside, but its protection is limited to storms rated below Cardinal class. Copy? Anything beyond that? No guarantees.
Hey baby, quick message, and not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today I spent the better part of 20 minutes looking for a hat that I was wearing. This week I found my keys in the door, on the outside of course, my slippers in the shower, and my toothbrush in the refrigerator. Because you know how important dental hygiene is to produce. Seriously, what is happening? Unless the little man is telekinetic and evil, moving objects around with his mind just in order to drive me crazy, then your wife has become mentally unbalanced. So, that's good news, right? Yeah. I got things totally under control. I don't know. Kisses. Hey baby, quick message, and not to worry you, but apparently I am slipping quietly out of my mind. Today I spent the...
Alright.